Jamel Richardson. Season of spectacular catches continues. Tad Cornegay bringing that kickoff back. And Jamel Richardson's been part of that growing highlight reel.
Yeah, this is the most famous one. Began in week 2, the one-hander against Winnipeg, going across the middle against the Calgary Stampeders. A few yak yards. And of course, the big one here today, laying out to get this football. And you see why when Jamel Richardson announced that he was going to come back from the NFL after trying to pursue that dream for a couple years. There's a long lineup of suitors, potential suitors for his services. Montreal Alouettes are sure glad they won out in that one.
Now, how does Darian Durant respond? To Cates, of course. Close to a first down, likely a first down. Now to answer, again after another turnover, another Reggie Hunt turnover. The Alouettes have scored 14 points off the 2 turnovers here tonight.
Yeah, that's been big. Montreal hasn't had possession of the ball a lot. They'd have been in trouble here today, but their defense has helped them out significantly, not just with turnovers, but with turnovers in great field position. And Anthony Calvillo has done a good job of capitalizing when he's been given those opportunities. Montreal's been money, really, in the red zone this season, scoring points on 12 out of 13 trips so far this year, including 8 touchdowns. You can't give them the ball on a short field.
On first down, play action. Out of the backfield is Neil Hughes. The fullback buries his head, and another big gain.
You know, and everybody's going to think that I'm just trying to give a little bit of pub to the fullbacks again, but Neil Hughes just keeps earning it. Nice little counter boot here. He chips out into the flat, makes one man miss, drives another couple of tacklers for about 5 more yards. Tremendous, tremendous effort. Talk about someone taking advantage of an opportunity. Neil Hughes has done that, stepping in at fullback with Chris Zarka out of the lineup.
Another big block on the play by Andy Fantuz as well. A little miscommunication is going to work out, though. Durant turned the wrong way, but Cates was right there to accept the handoff. 10.5 minutes to go. Riders driving, down 2. Let's go down to the sideline once again. Here's Ray Morrison.
Guys, let's just keep an eye on Mike Abumekrik. He has been really limping late in the first half. He actually hyper-flexed his knee. That's what the training staff is saying, and he is limping quite a bit, but he is staying in. But that could be an issue if this persists.
Team already riddled with injuries. Big injuries by the Riders, but they keep winning and driving the ball here tonight. Corey Grant, number 2, watching number 2. Davis Sanchez all over him. The second down conversion does not work that time, and so now Jamie Borum will come out to kick it away.
Now, this is a pretty close call on the outside for Davis Sanchez and Corey Grant as to whether it may have been early contact. Sanchez certainly gets the benefit of the doubt. Pretty good timing on that one by the veteran DB.
So now the chess match continues. Battle for field position. Borum try to angle one likely here. Jason Armstead in the background. This could be a good one. Inside the 10-yard line, there is a penalty flag on the field at the line of scrimmage. It looks like it's against Montreal. And that would mean the Saskatchewan offense would come back on the field here.
Interference on the punter. Montreal 29. 10-yard penalty becomes first down.
What has to be remembered here, you can't block the punter until and unless he crosses the line of scrimmage. You're allowed to block him if he's running down trying to cover his kick, but you can't do it until he crosses the line. The hit there came early, thus the flag.
And the Riders continue to move the ball now. Rayshawn Kaiser. Mark Trestman even admitted to us that, you know, he's still learning some of the nuances and rules of the CFL, and he's hearing a bit more from the official on the far side of the field. First and 10, the pitch now. Cates finds a seam. Wes Cates again. And stopping his old teammate Reggie Hunt. And a late penalty flag here after the play.
Spearing, Montreal number 2.
Wow, Davis Sanchez. A spearing penalty here.
The Montreal Alouettes, from day one of Mark Trestman's tenure, have preached discipline. This is one that Davis Sanchez is going to hear about when he gets to the sidelines, diving headfirst and late onto that pile. He gets tagged for that one. 2 big penalties, keeping this drive alive. This should have been a turnover or punted ball on 3rd down.